Okay, today I want to give a starter lesson or a beginner's lesson on a fiddle. If you got a fiddle at home, an old fiddle or a violin, and you want to learn how to play, the first thing you have to do is learn how to tune it. Unlike a guitar, if you do play the guitar, is from the top, or actually the bottom, is E, A, D, G. The fiddle from the high string is E, A, D, G instead of like a guitar going the other way. So on your electric tuner you need E, A, D, and G. That's the first thing you need to do, is learn how to tune it. That's how I learned. A friend of mine, Jack Day, I hope he's looking down right now, had passed away about a few years ago, and he left an old fiddle at my house, gave me one lesson. I practiced every day for 2 years. It starts with tuning it. You have to tune it right. Now you have to have your first bowing lesson. The first one I got that Jack gave me was this. Now what you do is you start down first. So you do a stroke, and notice I'm staying in one spot on the bow. In other words, I'm not going like that. I'm staying like. So usually you play in the first third of the bow, about 3 or 4 inches. So you go down. That would be like a boom. So it'd be boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom. So here's the boom. So you give it a down. Now you go up and down, so it's boom, chick, ah. And then the other boom is up. So it's boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom. It's the best thing to do when you start learning how to play fiddle is if you could pick up a mandolin somewhere, and you can get them brand new for $150. You can get them in garage sales for less. And if you get a mandolin, they're tuned the same way, but they have metal frets, so you can get the tabs, and you can figure out the song easier on the mandolin first. For example, the first song that I learned on the fiddle was Sailor's Hornpipe. So on the mandolin, it was the 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. And then the 3rd string, it showed you the 5th fret. So it's a lot easier, you don't have to, but it's a lot easier to have a mandolin and learn it on the mandolin first, because they don't have tabs for violins because there's no metal frets. So the first thing I would do is remember, if you can imagine, this is the 5th fret on a mandolin. Now when you're on the 5th fret of a mandolin, or in the right spot on a violin, the string above is the same. So once again, I told you this was an A string, so this is an A note. So the practice pitch for your ear, when you bow 2 strings at the same time and try to match the string above if you're tuned correctly. This would be flat, this would be sharp. You want it right on to train your ear. So you that same bowing pattern. Boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka. Now what's easy about the mandolin and the fiddle, it's all the same, unlike a guitar. So now you do it on the A and the D string. Try to do both strings at the same time, and also try to stay parallel with your bridge. Not like this, not like this. Approximately in the middle. Now, I know I say that, but when I start fiddling, I'm probably all over the place, but you try to stay in the middle. And then the harder ones are here. Now right here we're sharp, here's flat. Now it's okay to slide in to find it. So it's down, up, up. Now what I'm doing is the same thing. 3rd fret, 2nd fret, open. Same thing. Now once you get that, practice on the A and the D. Because you don't have frets, it's all here. When you have frets on a guitar, if you're tuned correctly, if you land anywhere in here, you're going to be right because of these metal frets. Not the case with a violin. So up the tempo, it'll be like this. And also I do a lot of hammers. So you hammer from the 2nd fret to the 5th fret. And what I do is I roll my finger a little bit for the people that are have been playing but aren't at that point yet. If you roll your finger, you can stay better on pitch. Also, I hammer here, and you have pull-offs like a guitar too. So that's the first thing you want to do. For the people that already know how to play and want to learn more, another thing I do is I go like this. So you can change your pattern. You go. Once you do it there on the next ring. Another thing fiddlers do is this, when they come in. Like that. So you just take the bow and you go. The hard part is to stop it from going like that. In the beginning you're going to be scratchy. You're going to be like that. It takes time. It's mostly bowing rather than fingering. It took me about a year to be able to play the fiddle where my family wasn't running out of the house every time I picked it up. It got to the point where people actually told me to get my fiddle out rather than put it away. So have fun with it. Once again, do this pattern first. And always check your pitch with your ear with the string above. Also, that's, in other words, once again, the 5th fret should sound like the open string above, like I said. Also, if you're on the 7th fret, the string below should be the same. So it's okay to slide in. Sometimes it's easier to slide in. So right there, I'm trying to find my pitch. Another thing that I do is simply practice doing this. I'm starting on the low string and I'm going down and I'm rocking across and back up. It's good practice. Practice hitting your strings 2 at a time and also singly without hitting the other, even if you don't use this hand. Like that's another easy one. That's just down, up, down, up. And get used to the pitch too. This is what it should sound like when it's in tune. There you go. First